Hey guys, how's it going? We are back at the Ace Hardware Candelario. I am so excited. You guys are actually seeing this way later than it's being filmed. So like I said, you guys are seeing it days after, which is not my norm for me. But I just got the rest of my plant load and she got it. And so I'm picking it up. She's gotten in a ton more stuff. Let me show you guys some of my favorites and some of the things I didn't show you. And I hope a lot of you guys are able to come out here on the 19th because Janie was hosting her event. And it looks like at this moment, like it's gonna be a really cool event. And there are so many proven winners, annuals here and perennials and shrubs. And this is definitely gonna be a good event. She has a bunch of butterfly bush in here. This is the Lo and Behold micro pink chip. This one is hardy zones 5 through 9, 1 to 2 feet tall and wide. So perfect for any landscape. This is actually one that I was kind of looking for. 43. I was actually looking to add one of those. Miss Ruby, 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. Growing zones 5 through 9 and non-invasive, so it's probably a sterile variety. Miss Ruby, is this one also sterile? This one also says that it is non-invasive and good for containers. This one might be another one that I grab. The Lo and Behold pink microchip. Kind of like that. I kind of am loving this bird bath. It's $1.99. That's very, very sweet. Could be really cute tucked in somewhere, like right next to a Japanese maple. So this is one that I love, and it looks like there's only a couple left of these. These are the Storm Cloud Ansonium. They're so beautiful, $19. And she's lowered the price on a lot of these things. This one gets 30 inches tall, hardy in zones 4 through 9. It's beautiful, and I love the blue blooms on this so much. And the Euphorbia, there's a couple of these guys left, $7.99. I just can't believe that she's lowered the price on so many things. All of the annuals, it looks like she's lowered the price, and on some of the perennials, she's also lowered the price on them too. So this is a bee balm, Monarda, $18.99. I love this color. Growing zones 4 through 8, 18 to 22 inches tall and wide, full sun. Costas, I think I have some of these. I think I do. These guys are really pretty. Also, look at these. She had a whole bunch of these, and it looks like there's only 4 of them left. This is the Cutting Edge Tiarella. They're so pretty. I love that. And I love the bloom spikes on them also. Last time we were here, Brent was looking at these fuchsias. He really wants a fuchsia, so I feel like I should probably get him one. $9.99. And there's 2 plants in there too. But I think I'll probably end up getting him a bigger one. Maybe this one, because it's in a bigger container. It's $15. Oh, I should probably get him one since I don't let him choose much in the garden. And these guys have already started to totally clear out also. So, I mean, like I'm saying, get down here ASAP, because I don't know what's going to be here after you guys are seeing this video. The Super Bina Sparkling Rose, I have a couple of those. This one is really pretty. If I saw the photo, I probably wouldn't add that. But looking at this, I love that color. Super Bina Peachy Keen, 12 inches. Hardy in zones 8 through 11. So this does winter over for me. I know verbena usually winters over for me. Lots of different verbena. The sedums have already started to clear out. She had 2 flats. It looks like she's probably down to a little less than 1 flat. Maybe down to actually just 1 full flat. The begonias, she's got the Surefire White and the Surefire Cherry Cordial. Oh, and look. There she is. Janie Santos. And then look at these guys. These guys are really pretty. Campfire Flame. I did pick up a couple of these, and I'm loving them so much. Oh. I do like that. That's really pretty. So here's my load so far. I have Super Tunia Persimmon. Very excited about these ones. I grabbed a bunch of those. I have the Super Tunia Jazzberry, and most of these I've already forgot that I even grabbed them. I have the Gomphrena Truffula Pink. So excited for this one. I have 8 of them, and then I also have 8 of the Super Tunia Saffron Finch. So great. So not only is it everything that's inside, it is also everything that she has outside. She's working on getting all of this in. They just got all of this. I'm gonna grab a few of these things, because how could I not? Look at this. Rocapoco Coral Reef. Oh my goodness. They're literally glowing. So I think I need to grab minimum 1 of those. They're so pretty. I absolutely need them. And then I also saw these. And I thought these were so interesting. Gazina White Flame. Isn't that so interesting? I thought these were so pretty. I've seen this plant before, but I don't think I've ever seen them like this. I loved it. Loved it so much. A ton more petunias. Are these, yeah, saffron finch. I've got some of those. So saffron finch. Who are these guys? These are smaller. Supertunia Mini Vista Yellow. She's got Primordial Dahlias. Oh my goodness. Beautiful Mexican feathergrass. I love this grass, by the way. Some Verbena Pink Cashmere. She's got that. Some more of the reef right there. The Rocapoco reef. Freesias. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. It's insane. Also, look at these petunias. These look just like the latte, bigger and a little more white around the center. But I love the like black veining. If these were cream, they would look exactly like the other ones. These ones are just called Crazy Tunia Black and White. And then over here, this one is also a favorite. This is the Rockin' Fuchsia Salvia. This one is so pretty. I love this salvia. 24 to 36 inches. And hummingbirds love this plant, by the way. They go absolutely crazy for it. She's got some veggies and herbs. And then let me show you guys what's over here. So there is the more Surefire White. Are these the Bermuda Beach Persimmon? And I've got some of those. And then also, I think I'm gonna grab one of these guys because these guys are really, really pretty. We'll see if I can keep it alive. So this is an Impatient Double Glimmer Apple Blossom. Anything that says Apple Blossom, I'm a sucker for, so we are gonna grab one of these today too. All right, we are back at the house. Brent and I just went and picked up some soil, and we are going to be planting up these two planters today. So I originally had some evergreen trees in them, and they were stunning, but they needed to get out of those containers. They were so incredibly root bound, and so I'm so excited to get these potted up. It's not going to be anything super... I forgot, actually. We did buy something. Brent's gonna go grab those for me right now. I've got some topiaries to go in here, and then I'm gonna fill it up with lots of pink. We're going pink this year. It's one of my favorites in the garden. I've got pink in the window boxes there. I have salvia, and I have Supertunia Vista bubblegum. And I've got this beautiful Eden Climber rose right here, and it is so stunning. This was the first bloom that we got this year. So incredibly full. And I could not be happier with this rose. Highly recommend running out to your local nursery, seeing if you can find Eden Climber, because she is gorgeous in the garden. Her blooms start out like this, already looking full, and then they fade to like these. Honestly, actually, this might have been the first bloom, and then this is the second bloom that we've got. But I mean, you can see these are huge, very full, not much of a fragrance on them, but still so beautiful. Lots of buds to come, and my plan is to train this rose, and it's going to go all the way across, and it's going to go up, which it's already starting to do, over, and then hang down. And these blooms, they kind of face out and down a little bit. It's just going to be so stunning there. And then I have a verbena that's wintered over for, I think this is year 2 with that one. Anyways, Brent went and grabbed the topiaries. These are the topiaries that I've got. So I've got one for each side, some evergreen interest. Those should be so happy in that container for years to come. And then in this, I have 2 Truffula Pink Gomphrena. So excited about these. These ones get 28 inches tall, full sun. All of these are going to be full sun because this is sun morning all the way to the very end of the day. I have 2 Bee Balm. I picked up 2 of them. The upscale Pink Monarda. These ones get about 22 inches tall. The bees are going to go absolutely insane for these. They're also going to go crazy for the Bee Balm. And then I picked up 2 of these Scabiosa right here. These ones are the rose pink, and you can find them really easy in the purple color, but finding them in this pink color, you don't see them too often in that. And butterflies really, really love these. And then I have 4 Supertunia Vista bubblegum, so each container is going to get one. And then I have 2 of the Superbena Pink Cashmere, and lots of pink blooms in this. And these ones are going to get 12 inches tall, and then they're going to spread. And honestly, they'll probably get bigger than that one's getting right there, which that one's probably about 1.5 feet. And then as far as fertilizers go, I'm going to go in with this fertilizer right here. This is the EV Stone Fertilizer. It's a sure start. I'm also going to be going in with the Osmocote Plus Starter Fertilizer. This is a slow release fertilizer. This container will also get weekly water soluble fertilizer. All of these are very hungry, except for the Bee Balm is not really all that hungry, but everything else needs lots of fertilizer. So we will be fertilizing once a week. And then this is a new soil that I'm trying. So this is by a company called Near Source Organics. It's an all organic soil, and it's peat free. And I'm trying to go peat free this year in all my garden soils. So the reason that I'm wanting to go peat free is because peat is not renewable. It's a non-renewable energy source. And peat bogs, they grow and they take thousands of years to regenerate. So it's not renewable in that sense. And then also they hold so much CO2. They hold more CO2, the small bogs that are here on our earth, they hold more CO2 than all of the Amazon rainforest. And when you harvest on those peat bogs, it's releasing all of that CO2 back into the atmosphere, contributing to greenhouse gases and CO2 and climate change. And so we really want to stay away from that if we can. So peat free is what I'm trying to find in my garden this year. I'm trying to use anything peat free as much as I can, if I can find it. So I found 2 soils that I'm really liking. One is this one, and then the other one that I'm also really liking that I'm having kind of a hard time finding, but I'm able to find it sometimes, is the Miracle Grow. I will pop it up. They're both in pink bags, so if you can find the pink bag, you should be pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and fill these up with some soil, and then I will get the topiaries in, and I'll show you guys what they look like after the topiaries. So here's a tip. If you have to fill a big container with soil, and you also have to put in a big root ball, take your plant out of its plastic container like this, set your plant aside, place this in here, backfill around it, and then we're also going to then just fill this up with soil. And when I go to pull this out, it's gonna leave a perfect hole just for my plant. I can just drop it right in, and I don't have to deal with moving soil at all. Let me show you. That made the perfect hole, so now I'm just gonna go in with just a little bit of slow release fertilizer on this. And then we can come in here, drop our plant in, and lightly backfill, and I didn't have to move any soil, and that's actually perfect just as that is. So now we're gonna repeat that process on the other side with our big tree, but I am gonna plant this one up first. So let's go ahead and get our plants laid out, and then get them all potted up. Unfortunately, I do this thing where I overestimate how many plants that I need. And so I don't need to use this bee balm in this container at all. There's just not enough room for it. So we're gonna go ahead and just get it potted up. I really want this to be full of pink and full of color. And honestly, even just these 2 Super Tunia Vista bubblegums is going to be a little bit of overkill. This is a lot that these guys are going to do. The Super Tunia Vista bubblegum, they're a crazy grower, and they are insane when you get them planted. They're just gonna take off. The Verbena Cashmere is also gonna grow really quick. And then I'm hoping that right here, the Gomphrena can hold its own weight against the bubblegum. It's a lot to ask of it. The Verbena right here is going to get a little bit taller, so I'm hoping that what it does is it can just kind of like be a star of the show a little bit higher than the bubblegum. I'm expecting the bubblegum to take over and then drape down. That's kind of the goal with it, but this is gonna be a lot of pink. And then I've got the Scabiosa right back here, and I love Scabiosa, so I'm hoping that this one is just kind of like a little subtle show as you walk through our garden. So let's go ahead and get this potted up, and we'll repeat that on the other side. these turned out so good. I really could not be happier with how these I really could not be happier with how these like front entry containers look, and they are huge containers, by the way. They're absolutely massive. I mean, I'm able to fit a ton of plants in here with how big they are, and I got a killer deal on them. I think I paid maybe 80 bucks per container or something like that. I might have paid 100 bucks for the two of them. Killer deal on them. The place I got them is no longer in business. Super unfortunate because I got so much statuary from there, but absolutely love how inviting this is. The rows, and to get that to climb over this, I've got wisteria planted there. I'm gonna have wisteria climbing over that. Lots of pink up here. And my plan is to deck out this bed and this bed with lots more pink. I want this just to be so welcoming, so cozy, so cottagey, so touches a little bit of formality. Might try and find something else for those containers right there, something that speaks formality, and then I can have lots of cottagey plants. I have a little lavender bed, but I could not be happier with how this looks. I'm just so pleased. We haven't watered in yet. We're about to water in, but when I water, plants always look terrible. So you guys already saw me watering them in, but if I watered them in, all of a sudden the plants look super floppy. So I've got the two bubble gums. Those guys are bullies. If you've never grown bubblegum, highly recommend it. It's a standalone plant. You really could just do this one container with one bubblegum right in the middle, and it would fill out and it would be a magnificent show. One of them is more than enough. We're going hardcore. We're doing two of them. I want this to spill out. I want this to spill out. The verbena is going to come over. The gomphrena is going to come up. The scabiosa is going to come up. And this is just going to be an explosion of pink with the pink roses. The pink in the window box is back there. I've got lavender. My lavender up here has like very soft pinkish purple lavender spikes. They're called flags. I've got so beautiful color on those. These guys are just so gorgeous. I did notice this one. I didn't notice it when I picked it up. The stem goes up and then it curves a little bit and then it comes out and it kind of leans this way a little bit. So it's fine because it's actually straight, but it just has this little curve in it and then it comes right back up, which it's honestly totally fine. And the other thing too is we are going to be hooking these up to irrigation, so they'll get watered twice a day. So we have a drip tube line right here, and we'll go in and we will add brown drip emitters to these, and we'll put a ring in here. And so we use brown drip tubing, and it has emitters every 6 inches. It's got I think it's a 1 gallon per hour. And so we'll probably do somewhere between 6 emitters on here. So this is going to get tons of water because really the petunias need a lot of water. All of these, they kind of need a decent amount of water to really be able to put on the show that I'm asking them to put on. And like I said, weekly water soluble fertilizer. I'll pop up on the screen which one is my favorite. But really the show that I'm going to get from these is going to be so spectacular this year, especially with the white picket fence. So cottagey, so cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. As always, everything that I've used in this video is linked in the description down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for going shopping with me today to pick up the last of my order and get these guys planted up. I cannot wait to update you on our garden tours with how good they look. Thanks for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.